What's going on, everybody? It's Mick from the Scene Snobs here, and I am up late and I'm doing my thing, and I'm here to talk to you about Noom. I've been on it for some months now, and it's really been helping me. I've lost a good amount of pounds, slimmed down quite a bit. Noom really helps me with like planning my what I'm going to eat, my workouts, things like that. I love their coaching sessions and such. They really help inspire me to kind of get going and do what I'm doing. So if you guys are interested, you should check out Noom. They have daily lesson plans, personal coaching sessions, support groups, tracking systems, and more. They're not going to tell you what you can or can't eat because they don't believe in good or bad foods. Instead, they want to give you the knowledge and the wisdom to make formed, good decisions to fit your lifestyle. So if you guys are interested in checking out Noom, head on down, click on the affiliate link, take their quiz, and let's go from there. All right, everybody, this is a special episode of the Scene Snobs Podcast, so let's get this party started.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? It's Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs, and I'm alone tonight. It's very late. It's 1:51 in the morning, and I am here doing a live show. I couldn't sleep, so I thought I would hop on the mic and do this. I appreciate it. I miss my good buddy Casey being here, but he's probably sound asleep, and I don't blame him. I hope he is resting well. If he was awake, I would absolutely try to call him in because I love doing the show with him. But I figured I would just jump on, do something a little different. I'm sure most of you guys are sleeping. We do these shows live, but you can listen to this anytime afterwards. There's the yawn. You think about it, and then you get a hit with it. If you guys don't know, the Scene Snobs Podcast is usually live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can check us out on our YouTube channel. Also plays on our Facebook, plays on Twitch, everything. So make sure to go follow us everywhere. But I figured I would just do like a special episode. Sometimes I can't sleep. So I wake up and, I'll do like episodes like this, maybe talk some movies, stuff like that. Sometimes people are awake, sometimes they're not. And just kind of roll with it and see what happens. So hopefully you guys join me or you enjoy this, or if you listen at a later time, hopefully I'm coherent enough to kind of keep it going. But I thought I would talk about some fun things. I was sitting and I was kind of waiting and I couldn't really fall asleep. And I was watching the show The Rookie. If you guys watch that, it's Nathan Fillion show. It is a very campy show, police show on TV. It's not like the normal procedurals. I think that's why I like it. I always like Nathan Fillion too, so I'm kind of in on that. But I was watching it, and it takes place in LA, and I used to live in LA, and a few of the scenes that they passed by, I recognized the place and stuff like that, and I was just like, oh, I remember going past there. I remember that store, or this, that, and the other thing. Surprisingly, it's still there. Oh, excuse me, everybody. That's what you get for doing these things at like 1:50 in the morning. You just get tired. But and it got me thinking about like locations, filming locations maybe I like to visit, or I have visited, and I figured I would kind of go down that list, maybe find some stuff and we talk about it. If you guys join in while I'm live, let's do this. Let's talk about it. So my favorite movie of all time is Back to the Future. I absolutely love that movie so much. I never grow tired of it. It's one of my absolute must-sees. Like, if people haven't seen Back to the Future, I'm like, you have to see it. And I love all three. First one, of course, is my favorite. The second and third one I like. They're good companions to them. But I'm not overly like, I have to watch it. I don't have to watch them all if they're on. Just first one really is like really what I go for. And I remember when I lived in LA, I lived there for years, a long time. And I always talked about going to visit the Back to the Future, the mansion, Doc's mansion, go see the shed, go see Marty's house at the Lion Estates and such, which of course Lion Estates doesn't exist, but Marty's House very much does. I ate at the Burger King that he goes past. I kind of took the 10-cent tour for a lot of these places, but it was my last day in LA before I was moving back east. And my buddy and I, one of my best friends, he took me around to go see the mansion, go see the shed, and go see Marty's house in it. And man, I gotta tell you, it was an experience, and I absolutely love doing it. I was trying to not really working in the film industry. You're like, you don't want to bother people who, with film locations, stuff like that. So I never really went out of my way to do it. But I'll tell you, I was so glad I did there. It was a very cool one, and I was just happy with it. Another location I thought was really cool in LA was Griffith Park Observatory. If you've never been, if you ever go to LA, you absolutely should. They've filmed tons and tons of stuff there. Most famously, probably Rebel Without a Cause. That is the observatory they're at in the beginning of the movie, and then towards the end, that's where they are. And it's just a great place. Overlooks everything. You see the Hollywood sign perfectly. You see all of LA perfectly. But one of my favorite aspects of it is when you're driving up to it, you have to go through this tunnel. This tunnel on the side of the mountain that they built this road on. And you go in, and it's not a very long tunnel, kind of short, honestly. But once you get in there, you drive through, and then you go through, and Griffith Observatory is off to the other side. That's the tunnel from not only Back to the Future 2, tons of other stuff, but it was the Toon Tunnel in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And it's right there. It's like only like a football field away from the observatory. It's very close. And it's always funny because like when we did, I had to run through it. I was a little smaller back then living there. And we're going back a long time, like 15 years. But I ran through it. But it's such a short tunnel that Back to the Future just completely astonished me when they used it and made it as long as they did. Like, you get with Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but they definitely did some filming there. So it's definitely one I really appreciated. Another one I've always wanted to go to, but I have never been to a good filming location. I would love to go to Alcatraz, and not even for Escape from Alcatraz, for The Rock. I love The Rock. I wish I could, I've only been to San Francisco once, and it was like a very quick visit. But yeah, I always wanted to go to Alcatraz and just kind of explore there. I feel like that would just be an amazing location. So that was one I definitely want to check out. I've been to the Rocky Steps, the museum's steps, that he runs up and famously. I've never run up them. I have walked up them, but everybody's running up them. I think I felt a little embarrassed. I was young when I went to go do that. So, but those are ones, if you're ever in Philly and you're a movie fan, it is pretty rad to go and walk up those steps at least. Like even running up them would be cool, but you should definitely check them out. Not too long ago, my stepson went with his dad to an Eagles game. They went to the steps and he got to run up them, and he was so excited. He came home, he's talking about it like crazy. He's like, I ran up the Rocky Steps. I was like, that's done one more feat than me. But that was a good one. And then, it was an awesome scene, awesome location for one of my favorite sports movies. Another one I would love to go visit. I'm kind of trading off here, like ones I've been to, ones I want to go to. Another one I'd really love to go and see is the old field from Field of Dreams. They have two fields now. Like one, they have the old field with the house, which they don't play at anymore. That's just there for the location. And then down the road a little bit, if you watch the Yankees, I think it was the White Sox, it was a year or two ago, they played there. But it was at the new field. I would love to go see the old field and just kind of run a diamond there and stuff. I think that would be awesome. I don't know how much more there is to do in Iowa, but it'd be cool to go see. That is definitely one. Oh, yeah, I would love to go see that field. And also from Rudy, I've never been to Notre Dame's stadium, and that would be a cool one to go to too. So those are two like sports fields I would love to see. Another one I have been to, I went to the Universal lot. This actually, it was a funny story. So I went to the Universal lot one time, and this was for Halloween Horror Nights. This is 2009, maybe. And we go and we take the tram. You can take what they call the terror tram, and you go out, and they take you out in the middle of nowhere, up in the hills, and they drop you off. They're just like, all right, time to get out. Like, what? In the middle of nowhere. And you kind of walk, and you see like this little suburban area, and you go, and it's the scene from it's the suburban scene with the plane crash from War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. And you kind of walk it through it, and they set it up to be like a zombie type thing. So like there's zombies all around and kind of running through, and like you have to make your way through the town. Then you get into the woods and stuff. Now, one of the very cool things about that was you're walking through the woods. You can't really see much. Like they haven't lit enough where you can walk and you'll be all right. But you're really like, it's nighttime and it's dark, and it's pretty crazy because you're up in the middle of nowhere. So we walk down, and I'm not expecting it, but I see like this building there. And I go and walking towards that building, and I'm like, this building looks so familiar. And then that's where they're kind of directing everybody to go. It's the Bates Motel. It was just like right in the middle of nowhere out there. And with the house behind it and such, like you could see everything. And I'm just like, I'm terrified by this place. So like here I am walking in this, Halloween Horror Nights towards the Bates Motel. And I'm like, all right, they ain't getting me. And the more I go, like you see Norman Bates run out of a room, you see like Chucky out. Hey, Chicken's here. What's going on, buddy? Bro, I'm still out here on a boat trying to find the old man on the Garfield special. Thanks for commenting on that, by the way. I thought it was a funny one. My recent video from TikTok and YouTube Shorts. But yeah, so they didn't get me with that. And then like they had this van there, and the van popped open. There's Chucky laughing and such, and they did a really good job. But then I'm just like, no, they're not gonna get me. They're not gonna get me. And then I just feel like this breathing on my neck. It's freaking me out. And I like turn around, and it's a dude from The Strangers. Dude, I hightailed it, man. I ran right towards the Bates Motel. That was a very cool location. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I saw a lot of those, and a lot of them are making like pretty crazy jokes or the same jokes. I saw that, and I thought of the Garfield Halloween special. I was like, let me throw it up there. Halloween is a big part, as you guys can tell. So like, filming locations like that was very cool to see. I would love to go check that out. There's so many places to go check out and to kind of be around, that I haven't had a chance to go to yet, but I would absolutely love to. I would love to go to a lot of the cathedrals and not so much palaces and stuff like that, but like the stuff they filmed Harry Potter in. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. Like my kids love it and they go crazy over it, and I get it. I've seen the movies. I haven't read the books, but I love the filming locations there, and some of them are real locations to film. Like one of them was in Oxford, stuff like that. I would absolutely love to go check those out. I think that would be so much fun. That is definitely a destination I would absolutely love to. Here's a funny one, and it was like kind of a list I added. So the Circus Liquor in California. It's in Los Angeles. It's like you've seen it in commercials, you've seen it in movies, stuff like that. Clueless was one of the movies they did it in. That was the liquor store they're at with the big clown neon sign that's outside. That was one that inadvertently I didn't realize was a filming location, but I lived like 4 blocks down from that, and that was the liquor store we used to go to. And I had no idea it was a filming location. I remember a few people telling me like, you gotta go check this out. It's I guess it was in Clueless, and there's a few other ones that they had mentioned, but that was That was a very cool one to see. So next time, if you see that, you see that big neon sign that says Circus Liquor. Yeah, that was one I got to check out. I was very happy with that. There's so many places I wouldn't mind stopping by. I would love to go check out The Stairway. Has anybody seen The Untouchables? I love that movie, and I'll watch that any day of the week. But that was one like I would absolutely love to sit down and just watch The Untouchables, like go see The Stairwell and after watching The Untouchables, because that's such a famous scene with the baby carriage going down, the shootout happening. I love that one. I want to go visit in Hawaii where they filmed Jurassic Park. I feel like that would just be an amazing sight to see because it's gorgeous in the movie. I would absolutely love to go see that. That is definitely on the bucket list of movie locations to check out. Also, there's a lot of people talk about the Ralphie's house from Christmas Story and how like that's such, and I think it is like a museum now, and like people go and see it and check it out, and it seems cool. I want to go see the Home Alone house. I want to see if it's as big as it actually comes off. Because I feel like it's probably pretty nice to go and see, and I wouldn't mind seeing it. Hope they keep it the same. One I have had a chance to check out is the firehouse from Ghostbusters when I lived in New York. Like that was always a cool one. Like I brought some friends like when they would come and visit. That's one of my favorites to have gone and checked out. It's definitely the Ghostbusters house. So that's if you ever get a chance to go see it, just pass by it. It's worth it. Worth going to check out and such. I jumped on here, just kind of talk, be a part of it. Talk about whatever. It's just sleepless night, so it's like one of those things. It's like when you're just exhausted, you got nothing else going on. You're like, all right, let me go record my podcast. Why not, right? But honestly, like the more I'm looking at all these different places I want to go to. I was thinking about this topic and stuff like that. I also want to talk about movies I haven't seen in 2022 that a lot of people have told me I should see. I saw so many good things this year, and I'm gonna have a top 10 list that I put out. That's probably gonna be on TikTok or something where I talk about it. But yeah, overall, like there's so many movies that I haven't had a chance to see yet that I'm very excited. Amsterdam is one of them. Amsterdam, I've heard some great things about. My partner on this podcast, normally Casey, absolutely loved that movie. He has been raving about it for a little while. Hey, what's going on, AJ? Every night for me is sleep. I'm sorry, brother. I know. And AJ's one of our Snob Nation, one of the best members. I love AJ. He's a great dude. Help him out if you can. We've shared. He's going through a tough time, and if you can help out with the GoFundMe, which I will link in the comments, please help out. That's what it's all about, helping each other, right? So sitting here and kind of going through and just being a sleepless night, one of those things. I'm just thinking about those movies I should probably go check out. You see how my brain works. I'm thinking about doing a list of movies I didn't like from this year, like movies that I just absolutely loathed. I did want to see The Invitation. That is one. I guess it was a vampire movie, so I'm not sure. If anybody's checked it out, I'd love to hear what you guys thought of it. Sound off and let me know. But yeah, The Invitation was one I actually really wanted to see. Emily the Criminal is one that I've been hearing really good things about. Yeah, there's so much stuff. Like this year kind of just flew by, and I've been on top of it. I've been trying to watch everything, and like it still feels like you can't get through enough. Like I haven't watched Beast, The Woman King. I haven't had a chance to see yet. See How They Run. Unfortunately, I did have a chance to see Tickets to Paradise. Ugh. Ugh, terrible. I want to see the Triple R movie everybody was raving about because I've heard it's so much fun. I've heard it's so good. I would love to check that out and see it. But there's plenty that I've watched that I was just like, I can't believe I've seen this. Surprisingly, Chippendale Rescue Rangers is one of my favorites this year. I had a good time with. Like it just, I don't know why that hit me the right way, but it just did. I also haven't had a chance to see Smile yet, though. I'm sad that I live in a world where I've seen Morbius, but not Smile. I've heard Smile is fantastic. I didn't mind too much. Even like the big blockbuster movies that came out. Oh, The Northman. I need to see The Northman. I've heard such good things about The Northman, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I want to watch Devotion, AJ says, and yeah, I want to too. I right now, Jonathan Majors, anything he does, and Glenn Powell too. I like him too. I will watch whatever he's in. And that looks like a good one. That's like right up my alley for, what do you call it? Especially like war movies and such. So I just posted the GoFundMe. So if you guys want to go check it out, or it's up on the Scene Snobs social media, so you can click it there. Maybe help out AJ. It's go a long way, and it's really appreciated. Kind of going through and thinking about the movies that I missed this year. I saw The Menu. I had such a good time with it. I really like that. And I don't hear enough people talking about it. I felt like that was one that has kind of gotten away from people. I think you should check it out if you haven't, especially if you're in the horror element of it. And I heard a very cool story. So there was a guy, there is a restaurant like that. It's a private restaurant on a private island. And the rule is if you go out, you cannot leave. Like the boat leaves and will not come back to get you until the entire meal is over. And I guess it's like an 8-course meal or something like that. So however long it takes you to finish that meal, that's how long you're on the island. I don't know much about it more than that, but it does sound pretty wicked and kind of fun, honestly. And Turning Red came out this year. Adam Project came out this year. So much stuff came out early on that now we're here and it's like, oh, The Bad Guys. The Bad Guys was a good one. I've watched that so many times with my kids. Like it was such a good one. Yeah, I really like that. And I'll reveal my favorite movie of the year coming up, but probably not tonight, but keep track of it. The Sea Beast, another really good one, animated wise. Like if you're looking for something to watch with the kids or you just kind of want to do your thing, you should definitely watch The Sea Beast. It's so good. Let's see what else we got. What else came out this year that I missed? These are all ones that I've missed. It's just so many movies, and I'm always reviewing. Like, you got to find that balance. It's tough. It keeps you going. FYI, embracing the absurdity here is just really about me being extremely exhausted. Ugh, this Me Time. That was a terrible movie. The Bubble was terrible. Ugh. Studio 666 was it was all right. Not great. What else we got? Secret Headquarters was terrible. Should make a top 10 most terrible list. They'd all be on it. I want to see Vengeance. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard some good things about it though. Like an indie darling. Raymond and Ray. That's another one I want to check out. I did see Wendell and Wild. If you haven't, you should definitely check that out. Rolling on the next year with Cocaine Bear and Blood and Honey. How crazy is that? The next year is automatically. We got 2 bear movies where they're just psychotic. I'm in, man. I'm in. I'm excited to check it out. And the fact that they're doing iterations of like the horror, like you have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. You have the Mean One, which is about the Grinch going on a murder spree, coming out. If it isn't out yet, it's coming out very soon. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, Bodies. I did not get a chance to see that. I need to see that movie. I've heard really good things. I heard it's like quirky and weird. Probably not Pete Davidson's best movie of the year. I will fight for Meet Cute. They did such a good job in that movie. It's like an original storyline. 100% check it out for sure. My Best Friend's Exorcism. I haven't had a chance to check that out yet. But then you watch all the movies that I have had a chance to check out this year. And I'm Cheaper by the Dozen was terrible. Bros was good. I think that caught a lot of flack and a lot of people didn't go see it. But that was a good movie. I really thought they did a good job with that one. Lyle Crocodile. Should I go see that? Should I see Lyle Crocodile? Why not? A little Shawn Mendes singing. I'm down. Slumberland, I've heard was pretty good. I want to check that out. What else we got? Lamborghini, I want to see that. A lot of these are newer ones. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and check out. I started watching Pinocchio earlier, the Guillermo del Toro movie. Man, is it heart-wrenching. And good, very good so far. I'm liking it. I didn't have a chance to finish it. I got sick kids, so had not had to, but wanted to take care of them. And I turned it off so that way I could focus more of my time just hanging out with him. But I will go back to it and check it out. It's just a little tough because they really get into the backstory of Geppetto, and that's one I was not expecting. I liked how they kind of touched down on it when it came to the Disney movie, because I'm a big fan of Pinocchio, the Disney movie, the cartoon, and I didn't mind the live action they just did. I didn't think it was bad. I don't know why people were freaking out about it. I thought it was pretty good, compared to the cartoon. They did a pretty good job with it. Now overall, is it better? Probably not, but I never really sought outside of that to see any other Pinocchio movies or anything like that. So the backstories and all that stuff wasn't really for me. But they did a really good job. Guillermo del Toro, and I love the stop motion that they did in this. And supposedly it took like 14 years to get this movie made. I believe it. That stop motion is crazy. What else haven't I seen? Crimes of the Future I have not seen. I don't know if I'm interested. The 355. I've not seen that. Oh yeah, that's right. Firestarter came out this year. I completely forgot the movie had come out. Kimmy, I liked Kimmy. I thought Kimmy was pretty good. Yeah, Uma, I haven't seen. Man, there's so much stuff. You discover so much stuff when you're looking for things to talk about. Yeah, I just figured I'd jump on, have a good time with you guys, see what I need to see, talk about what I need to talk about. I want to get personal with things, but it's not to get personal with right now. I ain't got nothing on my mind. Probably should though. Massive Talent, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I like that one. It's so goofy. That's it. I just liked it because it was goofy. That was the biggest reason. I thought Nick Cage did a pretty good job on it for what it was. Day Shift. I didn't think Day Shift was too bad. A lot of people seem to hate it. I did not think it was too bad. It was fine in my opinion. It was not great, but I've seen way worse. Trying to pull off the same things. And I would shift it to a pretty good movie. That's it. Is it breaking barriers or anything? No. One, if you haven't seen it, and you should, The Greatest Beer Run Ever. Zac Efron does a fantastic job in that movie, and it was really well done. So if you haven't had a chance to see that, that's one you should definitely check out. Murder at Yellowstone City. Yeah, I don't know if I want to see that. Should start compiling my list. And then next year is in 2 weeks, and then I'm going to have to start getting that together. confess, Fletch. I was not a huge fan of that. I did like Samaritan with Stallone. It wasn't great by any means or stretch, but it was a fine little Stallone movie, action movie. We got Jurassic World Dominion sucked. I didn't see Super Pets. Don't really want to. What else we got here? Sonic 2 is great. I love Sonic 2. Emancipation I have yet to see. I think it just came out today, so I haven't had a chance. Bullet Train I loved. I thought Bullet Train was so good. Let's see what else we got. Mr. Harrigan's Phone. That was fine. It wasn't a bad movie at all. I loved Clerks 3. I haven't seen The Good Nurse yet. Man, there's so much stuff I missed. You find out, like, as you look through at the end of the year, Armageddon time, I want to see. This is stuff. Can I get it done in 2 weeks? Can I get all these movies done in 2 weeks so I can compile the proper list for you guys? I hope so. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I hope so. No, but I will have a top 10 list of movies I loved, and I definitely have a top 10 list of movies I did not love. There's plenty of them. I didn't mind Secrets of Dumbledore, but I'm just not a big Harry Potter guy, so it didn't really stick with me either. I saw it with my kid, and we had a good time. He loves Harry Potter. He's a maniac for it. So I was just kind of going through Spirit Halloween. It's definitely not the worst movie with Halloween in the title this year. That one, I think we all know what that one goes to. So let's see, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, of course. So good. Loved it. Didn't love everything. Hellraiser, I didn't love the new Hellraiser. You know, it was all right. It wasn't bad. But I just didn't, it wasn't like one that I'm absolutely like, you need to watch this movie. One of those, like, kind of, whatever. Intergalactic, the Kid Cudi movie. I really appreciated the animation of that movie. I had a good time with that. If you haven't had a chance, definitely check that out. It was on Netflix, I think. I love the animation. Music was fantastic. The story's pretty good. I really like the story. The acting is what it is. Kid Cudi starring in it, and seems like a nice enough guy. He's just not the strongest actor. Marry Me, that abysmal piece of garbage. Oh, that movie was terrible. Poor Owen Wilson. 2 terrible movies this year. Come on, man. I want him to do good stuff. I love Owen Wilson. Father of the Bride remake. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And, it's just a different version of the story as it is. Let's see what else we got here. Sneakerella. Have not seen it. Should probably check it out. All the Old Knives was pretty good. The Gray Man was okay. Black Adam. Ugh. I shouldn't say that. I didn't dislike Black Adam, but I didn't love Black Adam either. Like, it was just one of those kind of like, it was all right. What horror movies did I miss this year? I love going through and trying to find them. I forgot they made Bring It On. They made a sequel to Bring It On and made it a horror movie this year. That's where we're at. We made Bring It On into a horror movie. What? AJ says Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I liked a lot about it. I didn't love the story, the backstory to it especially. But I mean, when you go there for all like the killing and stuff like that, pretty good. I didn't mind it at all. I'm probably gonna jump off pretty soon, guys. I am getting a little tired. This is helping big time, and I appreciate you guys watching and listening. And if you guys aren't around for it, I would love to hear from you. So In fact, why don't we do that? Why am I going to keep you guys up? You guys get some sleep. We'll all get some sleep. It'll be nice. We'll lull you to bed. Go to sleep right now. Do it right now. Well, thank you guys for watching and appreciate you. If you guys missed it, we did have an all new episode of the Snob Nation Morning Drive Live Show. We do that every Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. We are also started on the regular night of Scene Snobs Podcast. Are doing our 2022 exit interviews. We did part 1, part 2 is happening this next week. After that, this Sunday, we're doing Geeked Out Live. The audience picks the topics in the comments. As you watch along with us, if you have any geek or pop culture stuff you want to talk about, you let us know and we will discuss it. That's what it's all about. Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you watching and joining me on this chicken. You too, man. And whoever our third watcher is, probably over on the Twitch. Guys, make sure to hit that like button, hit that follow button. We truly appreciate you. And if you would be so kind to rate and review the podcast, maybe over on Spotify, if you listen to it there or wherever you listen to it. But I know iTunes would be a big help if you guys are a part of that. But, we are the Scene Snobs. That's what we do. I'm one half of them. And we want to thank our amazing Patreons. You guys are all fantastic and help us keep the lights on. And we got some big things coming your way. So please stay tuned. The tiers are going to be getting filled up with some really fun stuff. And the Scene Snobs are going to be going in a lot of different directions. And we hope you guys appreciate it. What we're trying to do here and stuff like that. We appreciate you. Tim, Paul, Stacy, Matt, Aaron, Chris S, Chris H, George G3, Dan, John B, Ron, Jason, AJ, Dale, John W. We got 3 tiers available right now. Head over to patreon.com/thescenesnobs. We also have the Snobs Nation Discord. Go check that out. We have a great time over there. We'd love to have you be a part of it. Great moderators who are keeping the conversation going, and it's just so much fun. So thank you guys. Join up on the Snob Nation. Remember to hit like and subscribe. We've got tons of great shows and more coming, live events, things like that. We do random shows like this, so you guys can always join in. We have something to talk about. So please, hit like, hit subscribe. We really appreciate it. We have extended our promo code thanks on our merch site. If you go to snobsmerch.com, that was our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. You get 20% off. Order now, so hopefully you can get your prizes by Christmas. Or not your prizes, your merch by Christmas. And make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. We appreciate you. You guys think you are awesome. And we'd love to share in it with you. So join up, follow us. Let's have a good time with it. Oh, jumped in. Hey, hell yeah. What's going on, Paul? I'm just getting ready to take off, but I appreciate you guys joining in. We had a good, I wanted to come on. I want to talk, and I wish Casey was awake so we could have a good time with it. But again, I really do appreciate when you guys join in and have a fun conversation with us. It's just different podcasts. The After Dark series, as I like to call it, when I'm sleepless and I got nothing else going on. So thanks so much for joining in, being a part of it, being part of the Snob Nation. And just for all of it. So thank you guys, and I will talk to you. Oh, we got one more comment. Let's see. Have a good night, and have a good night's sleep, good brother. Thank you. Thank you all. I appreciate you. All right, I've said enough, and I will just say this. Take care.